Alright, so these right here, the one on the bottom is James Murphy, one of my predators. These two are with James Payton, who, well, they got some pretty important information in them. There's also two more conversations with James Payton that are private. These ones were private as well, except that James Payton did not keep his word. Anyway, I get to sit down and listen to this conversation in a little bit.
Yeah, who's this? Who?
Yeah, somebody called me from a random number and I didn't know who the hell it was. Let's see if we can get this close enough to record it even with the rain going on.
Oh, very nice. How you doing?
You notice I'm talking nice to him. I'm not screaming or shouting. I'm doing my best to be a perfect gentleman.
No, I did. I was over on the other end of town and I had to come here and then my phone died and I had to plug it in and it's just been one thing after another.
No, I got you. Hey, people are made me aware of some videos.
Yes, sir.
Nobody likes my videos. People love that you tell the truth until you tell the truth about them. So, James did talk to me like I'm a person. And we came to an agreement. There's obviously over an hour worth of talking with the guy, just in these two alone. I believe this might have been while I was at my grandmother's funeral. I'm not certain, but like I said, I recorded everything I possibly could. And obviously this is a situation where James for certainly called me, not the other way around. So, so there we go. You know the video exists. You know there's a part 2. Enough said. You can go through, you can listen to it, you can hear how we speak to each other. You also get to hear him giving up some of them little secrets that, well, it's kind of hard when, you know, your ex-boyfriend beats you up, and then you go back to him, and then you lie to people because you don't want him to get in trouble, and then he admits to all that shit anyway. So, James was going to try to, at one point, I was going to try to go from here in Oregon to South Dakota so James and his family could have me put somewhere, a home or something. But that didn't end up happening either. Anyway, I want to say that there's between 4 and 6 videos with James altogether, calling at various points. His story does change. So does the story with, well, a lot of people in the story change their story multiple times. So it's difficult. There's one person whose story is especially important, but you know how that goes. Like I said, most of the time when you help a woman out of a domestic violence relationship, 9 times out of 10, she's going to go back to him. If she goes back to him, there is a good chance that you, as the guy who helped her out, or even the female friends that helped her out, there's a good chance that you're going to end up being the scapegoats. That means this guy and his friends, instead of making her life hell, they make your life hell instead. I certainly didn't like being on the receiving end of that. I don't think anybody would. Anyway, we'll end this video because I'm exhausted. There's a thing that I'm going to put on the front cover of this. It's a about, well, the wonders of autism. We can hyper focus. We can learn things so much quicker than others. If somebody was locked in a room with me for a week and all they spoke was Spanish, by the end of the week I'd speak Spanish. Out of necessity, of course, but out of necessity you learn through immersion, and that's how we learn best. Hyper focused, immersion, call it whatever you want. There's also hypervigilance, and that applies more so to people with post traumatic stress disorder. That means people who have been through severe trauma. Anyway, I'm in this video now. I might have said that a time or two. I know several of my videos I've said I'm done recording and still went on yakking for an hour. I am physically and mentally exhausted, so let's go ahead and end this video. I'm going to see where I'm at the other video. Let's see, it says we are... Oh, come on now. Sorry about that. 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 56 seconds into that video. I'm making that as a short video marker because I'm going to try to get some sleep. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but it's after midnight, so it's probably a good idea. Anyway, good to be with you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper, and no victim left behind. Also, I'm not sure if you've taken a look at the files here. Some of these have hundreds, if not over 1,000 different files in them. And the whole thing is covered with those. There's also, as you guys got to see, there's a bunch of USB drives and a bunch of telephones that are also full of evidence. So it's not like there's just a little bit. It's not like it's just one incident. It's not like it's just one call.